Yo guys, what is up? It's Master Darius here, coming at you with another Halo Wars 2 video today. And today we're going to be showcasing the new DLC leader on the UNSC side of things in Halo Wars 2. Her name is Serina, the AI, which all of you should know by the way. But anyways, so today we're going to be showcasing all of her new units, as well as her leader powers, as well as the upgrades to all of her units as well, how they work, etc. So she's all about freezing her units into a state of ice, which means she's going to be possibly the most trolliest leader to date in Halo Wars 2. She's quite innovative, which is a very good thing. Some of her leader powers especially are very innovative, and especially her hero unit is also quite a different take on hero units, very different compared to the other leaders. And also, she is also very good at being defensive as well. One of the first leaders, I would say, which is possibly the best defensive leader, so that's pretty cool to have some defensive stuff for a change when it comes to leaders. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll be talking through some of the powers, etc. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Firebase constructed. Firebase constructed.
Here we're going to be deploying the ice barriers around our enemies. You can basically drop these huge glaciers wherever you think enemies are going to go, and the glaciers will have a radius of cryo effect. Any enemy that is within this radius will experience a freeze effect, and some of them can freeze completely. Once they're within this radius, they'll stop moving effectively. Some of them will soon will lose their ability to shoot as well, so they become completely defenseless. This will enable your forces to easily take them out, and if you pop them while they're in their frozen state, they'll induce more damage as well. You can also use something similar to the ice glaciers, which are ice mines. They're cloaked. Once the enemy actually shoots the mines, they'll be frozen into a state of ice as well, and they won't be able to move, which can be used effectively if you want to defend sites such as power nodes.
Combat mechanics research.
Now we got the Cryo Troopers, which are the ice counterpart to the Flame Troopers. They're unique to Serina only, and they can be used to pretty much freeze your opponents to death. They're anti-infantry, effective against normal infantry units, but also they can be effective against buildings as well. So again, they can be pretty useful units to have at the start of the game. Also, there's an upgrade which enables them to increase their damage dealt with the ice attacks, as well as give them an increase in health as well. Coming up is one of my personal favorite leader powers in the entire game for Halo Wars 2. This is very good offensively and defensively. This will make Serina a very unique defensive leader here. So your Kodiaks and siege turrets, once this leader power is active, they will fire artillery strikes with ice effects. And your Cryo Troopers will have an aura of ice around them as well. Same goes for power nodes. If you take over power nodes, the power nodes that you capture will have an aura of ice around them, which means it will be easier to defend against the attackers. This is very good defensively and offensively. IGN 10 out of 10.
We've got enemy vehicles after us.
Now we got the frostraven, which is the brand new air unit unique to Serina. You can unlock it via the leader power wheel, and then you can produce them at your home bases. They're really effective at freezing their opponents from the air. They can freeze just about anything, and then you can use your units to just shatter them while nice and just completely destroy them. Especially we got quite a few of these frostravens, which you'll see in the gameplay. If you upgrade them, their ice attacks will do more damage, and it'll be much easier to freeze your opponents as well. Individually, they can kill their opponents effectively. However, if they manage to freeze their opponents into ice, they can fire some small missiles which would damage them quite a bit if they're, of course, completely frozen.
Our allies are attacking the enemy base.
Next leader power is the Seismic Blast. If you freeze your opponent into a state of complete frozen ice, then you can activate this leader power, and if they're completely frozen, they'll just shatter into pieces immediately, and most likely they will be destroyed. Next up we have the Cryo Bomb, which is like a ice airstrike. You can drop it on any enemies here, and it'll just freeze completely to the maximum state of frozenness. And you can deploy your troops in, and you'll take them out very easily, because if you shatter them while they're in this state of ice, they're going to take massive damage. And if you upgrade the Cryo Bomb, then its perimeter range will increase and also its lasting effect as well. The second last leader power we're going to be showing off is called the Glacial Storm. It is at the top of the leader power wheel. If you use it, you unleash a massive ice storm which has a massive radius, so you can use it around the enemy bases, your base. It will stall them, they'll be moving very slowly, eventually they'll freeze to complete ice state. You can deploy your troops like I'm doing right now, destroy them very easily, so anyone that comes within its range, its radius, will be affected by the ice effect. However, your team player units or your teammates units will not be affected by it at all, so it's very good, very effective, and a nice final leader power. Finally, for the leader powers, we have a unit drop leader power, which nearly every single leader has. You drop in veteran Cryo Troopers, Scorpions, and a frostraven, and once they drop in, they'll have a ice effect or aura once they drop in. It can be pretty useful when you're attacking the bases as well, since they're quite powerful. The Bison is Serina's hero unit. It is a big vehicle here, and at first without any upgrades can fire at pretty much anything with cluster bombs with ice effects. It is okay-ish, but I think there are hero units which are kind of better in the early stages. However, later, once you upgrade the Bison, it becomes a beast. Once you upgrade the Bison, you unlock its Y ability, and this will allow you to move your Bison to any position on the battlefield, and then it will go into a stationary mode, where it will activate a radius of cryo effect around itself. Any enemy that is caught within this radius will get frozen, and it will allow your units to easily take them out. However, even despite being stationary, the Bison can at least fire its cluster bombs of cryo. Well, it's cryo cluster bombs. If you upgrade the Bison further, the cluster bombs will be more powerful, and the Bison will increase in health. And if you upgrade one final time, the perimeter of its stasis effects once it goes into stationary mode will increase by quite a large percentage as well, so you can park it just outside the enemy base like I'm doing this gameplay. You're going to be freezing the entire base, and any unit that comes out of that stinking base will be frozen. Well, it'll be easy, it's very effective, really cool tricks right here. And that will do it for this video, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed the showcase on Serina, the newest DLC leader for the UNSC in Halo Wars 2. You better stay tuned, because there's gonna be more Halo Wars 2 coming out soon. Especially stuff on Operation Spearbreaker, maybe the legendary playthrough, as well as the non-spoiler review in it as well. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere, and bye.